On your mark.
So medal presentation for the women's 40 plus, the 4x400 metre relay. In second place and silver medalist in the time of 5:41.91, please welcome to the podium Glenn Huntley, represented by Kelly McNamara, Lisa Derrimond, Kim Nance Cowan and Cara Gilbert. Congratulations. And in first place and gold medalist today at a time of 5:02.34, Athletics Chilwell, represented by Georgina Mervyn, Susan Howe, Donna Braden and Jacinta Burns. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate our medalists in the women's 40 plus 4x4 final.
And so we focus our attention now onto the track here for the open men's 4x1500 metres, and Jake Cobber-Stevens of Mornington Peninsula, he's going to lead these boys out right in front of Tom Bowers of Old Scotch. Behind him there for St Stephen's is Toby Leashing, I believe. Oldsavarian's Riley Bryce behind him. Dean Neofudu holding on there for Diamond Valley. Behind that, our Ballarat region behind him there too is Archie Caldo. Behind him, Michael Kernahan of Mentone. So you see the rest of our field now make their way through the start-finish line, but it is Jake Stevens of Mornington Peninsula leading them out with that beautiful stride, notoriously an 800 metre runner, stepping up for the 1500 metre event for his club. And Tom Bowers of Old Scotch is going to sit there in second place. You start to see a few moves made in the middle section of this race. So St Stephen's Club there in third place may not be sitting there for too much longer as Michael Kernahan of Mentone now makes his way around our Oldsavarians athlete. So too, just on the fringe of him is Dean Neofudu of Diamond Valley. So Neofudu now gets around our Oldsavarians athlete, but it is Jake Stevens with the 30 metre lead from Mornington Peninsula. Looking smooth, the all orange kit, the headband down to the shoes, so that's great race coordination. Bowers of Old Scotch now feels the pressure of St Stephen's on his outside, and Michael Kernahan making his way through. So too, Dean Neofudu back from there. And one behind them is Riley Bryce. So Archie Caldo of Ballarat just off the back of those two packs. But it is Jake Stevens, everybody. 40 metres ahead for Mornington Peninsula. Toby there for St Stephen's Harriers. He's in second place. Tom Bowers, he's held on for third through this first leg. Michael Kernahan of Mentone. Right behind them there, it is Riley Bryce now who moves around. Dean Neofudu of Diamond Valley. But Jake Stevens, he starts to keep moving ahead. So the lead hasn't been extended too much from what it was early on, and these two behind Stevens may now be able to get to some work. Stevens still in front. Tom Bowers of Old Scotch now. These two have been changing over quite a lot in second and third, but now it's Bowers' turn to take the lead. So Michael Kernahan working hard behind him, and so too Riley Bryce. He's making his presence felt. So Dean Neofudu of Diamond Valley now. He's going to come through. 300 odd metres to go. Archie Caldo behind him there. So Jake Stevens of Mornington Peninsula. He's certainly not out of danger right now as we see Tom Bowers start to eat away at that lead. So Stevens worked hard to create the lead, and Bowers is working even harder to get rid of it. So Stevens 10 metres in front. Bowers might be able to meet him at the changeover. We'll see how they go around the bend. It's also Riley Bryce of Oldsavarian. So a lot of these boys have left the kick late. I don't know if Riley Bryce has been running with that sort of speed. Here he goes now, so he's moved his way into third. Now we see Caleb Goldsmith get the baton for Mornington Peninsula, and so too Ben Baisha for Old Scotch and Oldsavarians. Seb Dahan receives it now. So Xavier Smith as well for St Stephen's Harriers. He'll get it in fourth place. And Sam Albiston of Mentone receives the baton. Behind him there, Isaac Rosado. As we see Caden Murray of Diamond Valley make his way through.
Come on, Caden. Go, Caden.
So Glenn Huntley athletes as well changing over now. But it is Kalen Goldsmith of Mornington Peninsula, not far ahead of Benjamin Baisha of Old Scotch. St Stephen's Harriers there sitting on the fringe of third and fourth. We'll see if our Mentone athlete goes around them Sam Albiston, and he chooses to do so. So he's going to tuck in behind Xavier Smith there. Kalen Goldsmith leading it out from Mornington Peninsula. Benjamin Baisha behind him. And the race for third certainly seems to be changing hands quite frequently, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Mornington Peninsula, Old Scotch, currently Mentone, St Stephen's behind them, Old Zaverian's not far behind, and our pack of three behind Ballarat, Diamond Valley and St Stephen's B team. So Glenn Huntley, athlete as well around the outside, has got moving for the second leg.
So we'll just interrupt the 4x15 to make the next medal presentation. This is for the women's 40 plus 4x1500 metre championship of Victoria. In first place and gold medalists, Victorian champions for the 40 plus age group in a time of 28.28.01. Please congratulate Glenn Huntley, represented by Kim Nanscowan, Kelly McNamara, Lisa Derrimond and Tony Matters. Congratulations to the team from Glenn Huntley.
So you see this men's race still taking shape. Mornington Peninsula still leading at the hands of Kalen Goldsmith. But Ben Baisha is gritting his teeth and trying to peg back that lead. As our race in 3 for third has now become a race of 2. Sam Albiston and Xavier Smith behind him there. So we'll see if Goldsmith can hold on to it. Ben Baisha putting in a lot of hard work to be able to make his presence felt. Seb Dahan of Old Zaverians now. He's passed by Caden Murray of Diamond Valley. And so it is still Mornington Peninsula, Old Scotch, Mentone, and St Stephen's Harriers fighting it out for these medal positions. As we possibly see another changing, no we don't. No, we do not. So Sam Albiston of Mentone is going to keep that third place position around the bend. As Goldsmiths retain the distance back to Ben Baisha. Brother Ed, I believe, running the last leg for this Old Scotch team. So Kalen Goldsmith it is right now, leading out Mornington. Old Scotch, Mentone still holding on for third. Xavier Smith has good speed on him towards the end of a race, so we'll see what he does as he now creeps up onto the shoulder and off he goes. He must have heard me because he heard the call and away he went. So Diamond Valley now in 5th place as they come through. So it is Mornington Peninsula still in the lead. St Stephen's now in Xavier Smith. Well, I said he had a good kick and here it is on display. So he's going to move his team up into 2nd place ahead of Old Scotch. So Mornington, St Stephen's, Old Scotch and Mentone.
Next medal presentation will be for the women's Open 4x1500 metre final. In 3rd place, bronze medalist in a time of 19:55.67, Diamond Valley, represented by Shayna Murray, Jess Main, Vicky Van de Kamp and Jessica Campbell. Silver medalists and in 2nd place in a time of 19:29.39, St Stephen's, represented by Juliette McBurney, Emily Bartlett, Andrea De Jong and Whitney Sharp. And our gold medalists in the time of 19:22.92, Glenn Huntley, represented by Vanessa Wilson, Sarah Howe, Karina Fife and Caitlin Barr.
So our Mornington Peninsula team still leading us out here. A good 40-metre lead back onto Old Scotch and St Stephen's, so they have changed again, and Mentone not too far away. Diamond Valley behind them there, St Stephen's B, Old Zaverians, Ballarat and Glenn Huntley. So it'll be interesting to see what this third leg for Old Scotch and St Stephen's Harriers produces. With Mornington extending their lead at the hands of Nathan Corbett. So Nathan Corbett leading out Harrison Carr. And St Stephen's behind. Not far away, Xavier Johnson of Mentone. So Harrison Carr doing a lot of the grunt work here for that 2nd and 3rd place positions. So see if we'll be able to extend that. Xavier Johnson as well coming through now, only a mere 40 metres behind. So that race certainly isn't over for the minor medals. We see our Diamond Valley, St Stephen's B team, Xavier and Ballarat all round this home straight. And it looks like our Glen Huntly Athletic Club team is going to work in with our race leaders. Keep in mind they are a lap behind. And so it is Nathan Corbett of Mornington Peninsula still leading. Impressive Harrison Carr maintaining that lead. Right behind him there is St Stephen Harriers. And so Mornington Peninsula are going to come down now. Our Glen Huntly team, again, is a lap behind. In second place here, Harrison Carr of Old Scotch. And St Stephen's right on his shoulder there. So our St Stephen's athlete has just waited for Harrison Carr and happy to sit behind him. Xavier Johnson of Mentone as well. So we'll start to see what happens in this last lap. Harrison Carr looking very strong for the Old Scotch team. So it looks like he's probably going to pick up Nathan Corbett of Mornington Peninsula. So we might see a change of the leaders, and we do now. Carr looking incredibly strong in that all-red kit of Old Scotch. So too to St Stephen's. They move into second place now. Mornington slips back to third. Xavier Johnson of Mentone in fourth. Could he potentially move his way up to third place? We'll have to wait and see in this last 300 metres. Is our Glen Huntly Athletics Club as well. Is moving. But besides the point, our race leaders here is Old Scotch's Harrison Carr. He's going to put his team in a winning position heading into the last leg. Behind him there, St Stephen's in third place is Nathan Corbett of Mornington Peninsula. Coming up to him though is Xavier Johnson of Mentone. So how close can Johnson get his team to that medal position at the handover? It looks like he might be able to go past as we see Old Scotch hand over now to Ed Baisha, brother of Benjamin. He gets it for the last leg. St Stephen's now changes over too, so it'll be interesting to see. 60-metre gap. As Mentone now, Sam Bunnage of Mentone is going to receive it in third place. As Mornington just has a quick stumble there and now they're on their way. So Mentone in third, Old Scotch in first, St Stephen's in second, and our Mornington team has slipped back to fourth place. As we see now our Old Xaverians team, Benjamin Sherman put the afterburners on before he hands over to Angus Dalton. And so too does our Diamond Valley team. So Brodie McCarthy's going to get it for Diamond Valley. But right now at the front of the race, Edward Baisha of Old Scotch looking incredibly smooth. So too our St Stephen's Harriers A team. Behind them there is our Mentone Athletic Club and Sam Bunnage. So they're in third place. In fourth place is Mornington Peninsula. As our Glen Huntly team now changes over. So Ed Baisha continues to lead it out for Old Scotch. As we see our Old Xaverians team here in Angus Dalton. So too, Brodie McCarthy and Benjamin Mornane of Ballarat. So they're going to be able to work together, hopefully, and pull each other through for a good time. But it is Ed Baisha of Old Scotch. $60-metre lead back to St Stephen's, who then has another 50-metre lead back to Mentone. So this Mentone team seems to have cemented themselves in for a third-place finish if they can hold it together. Mornington Peninsula in fourth. Old Xaverians, it appears, in fifth. Sixth Ballarat, seventh Diamond Valley. In eighth place at the moment is Glen Huntly Athletic Club. So we have Teddy Banks here of Mornington Peninsula. He's coming through, currently sitting in fourth place. Behind him there, Angus Dalton of Old Xaverians. Benjamin Mornay of Ballarat and Brodie McCarthy of Diamond Valley behind them. And so Ed Baisha holds that lead. The second last time you'll see him down the home straight. St. Stephen's still in second and Mentone in third. So Ed Baisha there gets the bell. 1 lap to go in this men's open 4x1500. So too will our St. Stephen's team here. And in third place right now with the bell to go is Mentone Athletic Club. Sam Bunnage will receive the bell. And so Ed Baisha still has a little bit left up his sleeve with 200 metres to go. He's looking strong. Our Glen Huntly team behind them there, still looking strong, but they are a lap behind. As we now see our Peninsula Athletic Club team come down in 4th place. They will receive the bell. Our Old Zavarians team has been moving very silently behind here. Angus Dalton putting on a great leg for Old Zavs. But it is down the home straight, ladies and gentlemen. Old Scotch Athletics Club. Edward Baisha is going to bring it home for the men's open 4x1500 metre relay. A great performance here by Old Scotch, so well done to the Old Scotch Athletics Club, who will take home the men's open 1500 metre. In second place here, St. Stephen's, fought on gallantly the entire race. Well done. They will take home the silver medal. And in third place now, entering the straight, is Mentone Athletic Club. Sam Bunnage is going to bring it home for Mentone. So well done to Old Scotch, St. Stephen's and Mentone. All taking home some silverware for their respective clubs. So well done to Sam Bunnage there. So we see Mornington Peninsula making their way around, currently in 4th place, but it's not going to go without a challenge from Angus Dalton of Old Zavarian. So we'll see what Dalton can do. Can he get up on the shoulder? Angus Dalton, he's run a phenomenal leg. Dalton on the outside, I think he's going to do it, and he does. He just overpowers him there, Angus Dalton. Great running by the Old Zavarians athlete, and so too by our Mornington Peninsula athlete, Teddy Banks. So well done to Teddy Banks there. A great leg. As you see our St. Stephen's B team now coming through to greet the bell. So too our Glen Huntly Athletic Club team. So they've worked from a long way back. Great running there by Glen Huntly. But Ballarat now coming down to the finish line as well. So Benjamin Mornane, well done to Ballarat. So well done to Brodie McCarthy here. Bringing it home for Diamond Valley. Well done. St. Stephen's Harriers B team make their way down now. So well done to all teams competing in the 4x1500 metre open event. As our St. Stephen's B team is about to hit the finish line. And sensational effort there. So well done to all those who competed. And that is the end of the men's open 4x1500 metre relay.